Okay, so we are now looking at packaging and creating a net. I've got a tape measure here that I'm wanting to make a box for. And to start off with, what we need to do is figure out the exact shape of the box that we're doing. So if I do a little quick sketch, I want the box to be, well, the box has to obviously hold the tape measure. So I could make it a box shape like this. And in your design process, hopefully you're going along through the design and sort of going, okay, well, yeah, but that's a bit boring. Well, what we really need to do is maybe have some fun with it and maybe cut the corners off. So maybe this shape might be more interesting. So it actually starts looking a bit more like the object. Okay, like that. And there is my object. So these corners are going to get cut off. Okay, so the next step is then to figure out, well, how do I want to open the box? How is the product going to get out? So then what I might do is start thinking, okay, well, maybe if I have a bottom that could open up like that. So the bottom will open up there, and then these will all be contained, and obviously all my styling and my branding and stuff can go over the side of the box. But the box itself will open up this way to get the product out. So open. So then we need to, so do you understand? We're understanding how the box is going to work. Now, there's different ways in which we could approach a shape like that. So now we can start thinking more in terms of the black line drawing that we did right at the beginning. We need to go through and think, okay, well, the shape here, if I do it like this is my square, which would be this square here. Okay, I've got that shape, and then I'm going to cut these corners off here. Now, the natural way would you'd think, oh, well, I want to carry on and do the bottom, but the bottom part here is our opening. So this is the width, and there's our door with that tab there, like there. So I can't go any further in this direction. So maybe what I need to now do is think, okay, well, this dimension, which is our width, we'll call this one W from here to here. So our width is now here. And there's our W. All right? And then there's our branding across it, across there. So we have to understand that there's uniformity in the design. The W here, that width there, is going to be the same width all the way around the object. So this side piece here will also have to have the same width dimension. Do you see? And if I design this so that it comes out here, I'm now coming up here, and I will now say, okay, there's the square, there's the top, there's the bottom. This is pretty inaccurate, but I'm okay with it because this is just a quick sketch just to figure out how it's going to wrap around. Okay, so then I need maybe another tab here, which will also be, this is the side, and then that needs to have a tab because that gets glued on. This, of course, is the same width dimension. So we could say this is 2 centimeters, this would be 2 centimeters, and this is 2 centimeters. And this front and this back are going to be identical. Now, what do we do about this part here? So we want to try to keep the box as compact as possible. So a most straightforward one would be to say, okay, well, let's come up here like this. And I could come, so we've got options here. Let's just look at that for a second. So option one would be I could come up here, and obviously that would be our width, and that would be the width of that, but that distance would be the width. So it's always the same, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters. Do you see? And I could then put in a tab here and a tab here. Now, is that going to be more work if I kind of put a box, and a box around here? So there's always different ways to do it. So that's one way. Another way would be to get rid of that one, and I'm going to measure that length. We'll call that one L. And I'm going to come up here, and that width there will be the length. Do you see? So that is the same as that. And then I could also do another one on this side as well, which would be the same length as that, would be the same as that. And if I had a compass, do you see, I could draw an arc. But then the tab would go here. Do you see that? And there's the other one. And that one would be the same as L. And L goes there. Then I need another tab here. And then it's got to glue onto the other side. So I need a tab here, here, here. And it needs to glue into wherever that is. So I need to have another tab here, because that's not the width. So there is the tab there. We don't need X at all. All right, so we've got length, width, and length. So we've got length, and then that part here, and then the length. And that is the box. Do you see how kind of compact it goes into a piece of paper? Okay? So that's our goal, is to try to always get that to fit onto a sheet of paper. Next step